Well, most of the officers and other first responders who jumped into action Saturday will tell you this scenario was unique in so many ways. The effects of the events of that day could linger for months. Our Takia Cummings joins us in the studio now with more on why attention to mental health is so important for first responders.
Andrea, I talked to a few first responders in North Mississippi, and they tell me that their job can be a challenge physically and mentally. They say they are always there to help others, but they even need people themselves, finding time to time. When an emergency occurs, first responders are the first ones on the scene, and sometimes what they see can challenge them mentally.
It's tough on a first responder. Some of the things we see and have to deal with, it can mentally challenge a person.
Captain Alan Walker with Columbus Fire Department says he looks for someone to talk to when he finds himself in a traumatic situation.
You can't just hold it inside. You've got to talk about it, get it off your chest. You do that with the guys here at the department, family at home. You try not to take too much of it at home because we've got families and your kids and your wife will also worry.
And Captain Shannon Murphy with Columbus Fire says after 17 years of being a firefighter, one unfortunate situation can cause a domino effect on your mental health.
First responders in general, healthcare workers, the bad things that we go through and see, could possibility that we get PTSD, which causes burnout. That burnout causes anxiety, panic attacks, could cause substance abuse, some types of mental disorders.
Tupelo Police Chief John Quokka says when you first start the job, you never realize how mentally taxing it can be.
When you start law enforcement, you don't think that way. But the more experience you get and start to see things and learn things, you realize that things can go bad very quickly.
And as a leader, Chief Quokka says he checks on his officers often.
So any type of trauma can lead to a mental health issue. So I will absolutely make sure to follow up with my own officers and test the temperature of their mental health in the coming days to make sure they're okay, to make sure their family's okay, because trauma drains you.
According to the National Alliance of Mental Health, 18 to 24% of dispatchers and 35% of police officers suffer from PTSD.